How are you feeling in your life at the moment?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like every year that goes by, I'm feeling quite secure and stepping into the person I'm supposed to be.
How are you a good friend?
I feel like I'm a good friend by making sure that I'm there for people when they need. I guess listening, being compassionate, make sure that people can come to me when they need to. Yeah, just making sure that people feel heard when they're in my presence.
And how are you sometimes a bad friend?
Potentially maybe not being able to be there for them in the ways that they need, maybe being quite harsh at times with my advice, or maybe not being able to support them in the ways they feel. I feel like everyone has their own way of feeling supported, and maybe my way isn't the right way. So I feel like maybe you can let people down without realizing it. And sometimes that could be a way that you're a bad friend.
What are you moving towards?
Moving towards continuing to live like a fun, fruitful life. Like I definitely just want to make sure that I'm connecting to people, doing things that I like, that make me feel fulfilled, and just trying to exist. I feel like there's always all this pressure to do things all the time, and I just want to check in with myself, be surrounded by things that make me happy, and just live life.
What are you running from?
I don't think I'm technically running from anything, but I mean, I'm sure there are things that make me feel uncomfortable, that make me want to like sort of not deal with it, or maybe things that make me feel scared that are hard to face at the time. But I don't know if I'm running away from anything specifically, but I think I definitely like to overindulge in things that aren't too serious sometimes.
When do you feel disenfranchised?
When there are job opportunities, especially in fashion, like a lot of things are changing. I'm trying to be specific with my answers, but I think times are changing and it's great, but I do feel disenfranchised when I'm competing against people that have had privilege, or a system that works for them over people of color, or like a diverse range of people that are trying to survive, and then there are people that are at a place where they're not really in survival mode and reaping benefits, and so there's no real stable, we're not in the same place, but we're all working towards the same thing. So I feel disenfranchised when I'm competing with other people for something that's quite limited, especially in the creative industry.
When do you notice your privilege?
All the time, to be honest with you. Definitely as a black person, there are a lot of times where I notice that I don't have privilege, but also I notice how people treat me in certain situations, maybe better, compared to other people. It's an interesting question as well, because I'm constantly trying to figure out where my privilege lies, especially in a country like this, because there isn't much privilege that we do have, but the ones that you do have, you sort of hold on to, because that's how you get further in life. I definitely see people treating me differently because I look like this. I'm an acceptable black woman. I fit the mold of other people's expectation, and I dress a certain way, and I'm in fashion, and I think people definitely treat me differently in those situations, which is when I really see the privilege.